Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDogs.com here with Chris and Ron. Jay will be joining us shortly. Where's the jam session? Well, that's what it's all about. Chris, what's happening?
Not a whole lot. Had a good day yesterday, but that's in the past. I got
What'd you do? Did you go for a walk or maybe get a new puppy or something?
no,
It's such
no.
a
I took
special
I
day.
took the dog for a walk yesterday.
Nice. I painted the gutters.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't paint. I had somebody else did it. I paid somebody else.
But I stood there and watched.
No, I paid. I paid.
I felt the same satisfaction as if I had done it myself.
Oh, definitely.
I really got something accomplished yesterday.
I did that, and I got through 2 episodes of Antiques Roadshow I had on tape that I hadn't watched.
Were there any big surprises?
It's kind of they were both the style of Antiques Roadshow where they show price then, price now, but they were like 2019s, so it was still like womp, womp, womp. Womp, womp, womp.
This antique table leg is
like, I brought my Pick Dogs bobblehead today to Antiques Roadshow, thinking it was worth something, but all it's worth is.
I paid $25 for it at a yard sale. Well, I can at least tell you you've made money on your investment.
It's worth $6. I got my new Pick Dogs hoodie on. I just need to know what these are for. Is this for this? I never know what to do with these things. I mean, what would you do? What do you do?
Yeah, they're too long.
No, but what do you do with them? I don't even understand. What am I doing?
You're gonna do a bow. I feel
what would you do with them?
All of a sudden, Mitch is like, I feel pretty. She looking all spiffy with a bow tie this morning.
I don't get it. Ron, what's happening? So I got friends on Facebook in LA, and Freddie Freeman hits that home run, and they're all acting like they've won the World Series. We're gonna get a statue of Freddie with the broom in his hand, and I'm just like, I don't think there's a sports book in the world that's paying out your full game bet, at full price right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, you kind of knew the Grand Slam was coming. You just didn't know who it was coming from. And once it was 2 guys out or whatever, there was only one place for it to come from. But there was no way the Dodgers were getting out of that inning. There was no way after how many times they had gotten off the hook in this series.
Yeah, I mean, it's never over till it's over. I think especially in baseball, I think it's tough to sweep teams. And when it comes to overcoming a 3-0 deficit, I would think that baseball would be the sport to do it. I think it's a lot tougher in hockey and basketball. But, now the Yankees get another home game tonight. They can build off that momentum. You got your ace, your stopper on the mound. You pick up this win, you go to Game 6.
So you move Torres to the leadoff spot, Soto to 2, Jazz Chisholm batting cleanup, Judge in 3 spot. I mean, lucky break here or genius? I mean, because Alex Verdugo is really having a bad time. I mean, I don't say anything. I mean, he's basically not having a bat at all. It's like
he had a couple of ribbies yesterday.
Right. He had. So I mean, so did everybody. Chisholm, Stanton, and Rizzo were the only ones blanked, and Rizzo with the most pathetic at bat of the night. Not surprising. Never been a big fan. But we take it back tonight. Another few times. So Yankees and Dodgers. NBA was a full card again last night. NBA is coming out hot and heavy. I mean, they're not messing around. They're having games. So I'm having not arguing, but a discussion with our marketing folks today. Chris, what do you think's the second most popular sport in the U.S. to bet on? I'd say NFL is number one. What do you think's number two?
NBA.
Yeah. And how about you, Ron?
NBA.
NBA. And it's like college football, it's not even close, man. Especially these midweek games. I think even on Saturday, if it's like a Jazz versus Kings video will outdo, Alabama versus LSU. It's way more interesting. Anyways, makes me want to do this. What else is up, Ron?
I got one of those. I'm getting one of those in the mail.
These?
Yeah. I'll have to figure out what to do with the strings.
That's what happens when you look on the card and you just think conference listing on a Tuesday. Oh, jeez.
I'd like another piece of candy. Such a weird thing, right? What are these for? Like, what are you doing with these? Is it like for is it for the hoodie?
Trick or treat package, $3.99.
I see. It goes through the hood, so it must have something to do with this.
Yeah, it you pull it down, it tightens the hood.
I don't get it. I'm not from the north, so I didn't grow up with these.
Oh, well, nah, but even in Boston or Chicago, you never did that.
I didn't even know it. In my day and age, man, hoodies only kind of started coming in vogue a few years ago. They were not
Sure.
really as big. I prefer them this way. I like to wear them like that. I know it leaves me open for people behind me to strangle me, but blow my.
Who's gonna make it so dark? Like
blows my strings back. We doing Halloween costumes tomorrow? Or we're not doing them.
I don't even have one. This was my mask.
I'll be Alex Verdugo, the Red Sox.
I'll just be going as disgruntled Leafs fan for Halloween.
Could be like
the same getup.
Red Sox Johnny Damon, Yankee Johnny Damon. Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
we could be Jay, Luca, balling. Jay's coming. He's just he's just working on this.
It's gonna be like this for the next. It's gonna be like this for the next 6 months.
Yeah. I think he'll get it down. Last year, you'd think he was a little more. The thing is, the schedule's out, so like a lot of heavy lifting stuff he could do.
Well, not
what happens when you get famous? Don't have time for the little people. What else is happening?
Man. No college football tomorrow. No FBS football. Or, I think there's an FCS game. Yeah, NC Central and South Carolina State.
Isn't Tulane Charlotte's tomorrow, I thought.
Oh, is it?
Tulane Charlotte.
Oh.
I was going to say, I thought there was one.
One what?
Yeah. No, one FBS game. So you can't sell Biff Poggi short.
Yeah, give me Charlotte plus the points.
That's what I'll be for Halloween is Biff Poggi. I'll just get a a hoodie and cut off the sleeves. Just show up for the show like that. So I'm just waiting to see if Jay's going to have to adapt the do not bet list if we're going to have to create a new one. Because I think the Pelicans
we are working on the new. We're working on the new do not bet list. The Commanders are off. They're off the do not bet.
Still love how Costi wanted us to just do like a dry erase board.
Oh, you know who commented on our Instagram? Joe Thiebaud.
What? No.
Yeah. Yeah, fuckface himself.
Oh boy.
Personal. Of course, personal attack on me. And anyone associated with me.
He knows how to use Instagram? I'm surprised.
That guy's the troll of all trolls. My favorite is the guy that came up with the YouTube channel just about Joe Thiebaud. That's my favorite one. It's like, we're not alone, you know?
The pizza man or something?
Yeah, pizza man. And then like the best part of it was like they used me as a reference. Because Thiebaud like really hates my guts. Why does he hate me so much? It can't be the thing with Sam. Because that's like been squashed so many times over.
No.
He's got nothing.
Some people just hold on, latch on because they got nothing better to do.
I get in the comments that I'm an asshole more than anything. Just feels like it. I don't know, man. Like that you guys all tolerate me, you know? I don't know, man. I'm not perfect, but believe me, it's like you guys aren't always a treat either. Try working with Jack Wicks for a week. Give it a shot sometime.
How about
you think I'm like this, man? I can only imagine what you'll be like.
God.
I'm gonna talk about a guy that requires a little bit of extra attention. Jesus.
How about just one morning?
Yeah, he's the guy that is like 2 emails too many. You know, 1 question, 2 to 3 emails too many. It's like,
you said you had a question. I'm still waiting for you to ask it.
No, he asked the question, but then there's like the answer. Then like a response to the answer. That's at least 2 to 3 emails. It's like
asking for clarification on a very niche.
Like if he wasn't already doing so, we'd sentence him to work with Goran. It's like I want to trade him to the Clippers. I told Romanelli that this morning. Like, let's trade him to the Clippers.
What do you want? What's the return on a trade like that?
Just a contract dump.
A bunch of second-round draft
conditional
choices.
2062 draft pick.
Like 6 second-rounders.
Poor Goran.
Yeah.
Always catching strays when he's not here to defend himself.
Well, even when he is here to defend himself.
He'd still.
I don't like the strings on here. So you think making them shorter would help?
I don't know.
Isn't just taking this thing
We're
out.
not just like enough with the strings.
We're not taking this thing out altogether.
A lot of things. For fashion designers, not one of them.
Do you think like just taking it out?
You're a fashionista. Stop it.
Without taking it out.
Yeah, you can take them out of the collar, probably.
You can take them out. It would just be stuck. It would just basically be just the.
No, there's a thing like a metal ring. Then my hoodie would be not functional if I wanted to pull it tight.
Yeah, you would be stuck with the loose hoodie.
I wouldn't be able to do this anymore. I'm so not cool. Is this the not coolest thing you've ever seen? Oh man. What else is happening? Anything else while we try and procrastinate for Jay?
We're trying to.
Oh, I meant to watch the Tony's morning show today. I missed it. Who was on?
Oh.
Was Rod on? I want to go on and comment. I want to go on and comment, give some picks. Give some obscure picks, maybe some props.
Any Bundesliga picks?
What's the guy's name again? Draisaitl, anytime goal.
Just walk into the show and just be like, "Where's the jam session?"
Oh, wrong show. Shark 1, Kings take off the jerseys. Whoa, Ray Brown. That was quick-witted. Change it to the late session. I would change it to your band session.
To the band session.
All right, I guess we could talk about hockey. Is there any games today?
Yeah, there's 6 of them.
All right, let's talk about them. Half dozen. It's like Jack Wicks. It's like everything's British, the British version too, you know?
Yeah.
He uses whilst, you know, in emails.
Oh,
And he
wow.
also, like I said, also like instead of kicking the balls, he says nutsack.
Oh, no. In the bollocks.
Kicking the balls, kicking the nutsack, which is acceptable. Yes, our judges, I confirm with the judges, they'll take nutsack. Columbus Blue Jackets coming off a big win, right? Up against the
beat up
Romanellis.
Oilers.
Red Wings against the Jets, Jets with that road streak dying on the vine last time out. And then we got Colorado up against Tampa Bay. Do they bring the Buffalo ever out onto the ice? Now, that would be interesting. Chris, what do you think about these three?
I'm gonna take the Lightning. Just can't trust the Blackhawks after they got blown out by the Chicago Blackhawks. Sorry, I can't trust the Avalanche after they got blown out by the Blackhawks the other night, and they just have questionable goaltending. The Lightning, I think, are just so. Give me the Lightning in that one.
Ron, anything?
I would take the Jets on the puck line, but not really my favorite. I think if you fade the Red Wings every game for the rest of the season, you'll be up big. This is not my favorite matchup because I think the Jets are overrated, but the Red Wings, I think, are going to be one of the worst teams in the league.
Jets, Jets. I'm rolling with the Islanders here against Columbus. I just think skating 4 skaters just not going to get you that far. Columbus coming back off of a win, just not a feel good spot for them. They don't do well off of the win. So for me, it's going to be the Fighting Romanellis. Take them on the money line. We got the Utah somethings up against Calgary. Watch out for falling tiles. We got the Los Angeles Kings favored over Vegas. What, Vegas isn't too good this year? They don't seem like they're as good this year. At least they bet or something. So, and we got the Canucks up against the Devils. Chris, you want to start us off again?
Yeah, I'm still taking the Golden Knights. I think the reason that line is where it is because they're 7-0 at home and 0-2-1 on the road. But they're still the better team here. LA coming off with a loss to the Sharks last night. And Vegas, I think, is just a better team. So give me Vegas and give me the Canucks. Give me the Canucks and give me the over in that game. I think we see some goals, but I think Vancouver gets a rare win over the Devils. I think Devils are 15-2 in the last 17 meetings. I think the Canucks buck that trend here. Got the better goaltending right now, so give me the Canucks.
Ron?
Ruffalo for me.
Jay, anything in this segment? Any of the hockey? We only did hockey.
How many you do?
All of them. We've done all of them at this point.
Only thing that I would lean to is the Lightning. I've been kind of on that Lightning train this season. I think them being even money in Colorado kind of tells you something. The Avs look like they kind of taking a slight step back, man. So that's the only one I would lean to right now. It's not enough for me to premium it, but free play is probably my favorite one, Lightning.
Yeah, we'll just recap what we went over on the show. We just talked a little bit about nothing. Then we spent probably 15 to 17 minutes trying to figure out what these are for on the hoodie. And we tried all different configuration with them. And my favorite is this one here. But we tried this one, and then we also did the bow tie, which was fun, but didn't necessarily do the trick.
It's just to tighten your hoodie. Yeah. Kind of fashion too.
Anyways, spent a lot of time on it. But one thing that we do know is that without them, you can't do this.
Wow.
Yep. That's about it. That was pretty much the whole 15 minutes or so right there in a nutshell. We also commented on Jack Wicks and how much extra help he requires. We're going to trade him to the Clippers.
Clippers in action tonight, man. We're going to see what them boys talking about.
Speaking of action, we've got college football action tonight. Last night it was ULL getting done. No letter from Marone this year. Maybe he's not there anymore. Marone. He hates our guts. He hates our ULL loving guts.
Louisiana Lafayette loving guts.
We'll just call ULL. We got Liberty versus Jack State, the Cox. And then we've got Western Kentucky versus Kennesaw State. Chris, can Liberty beat your Cox?
I was trying to figure out how. Oh man, I was going to set myself up with that one. Never mind, I'm not going to say it. I figured out which angle it was going to come at me from, but man, I'm just going to go to the other game. I'm going to just take Liberty. I know Kennesaw coming off of that upset win over Liberty, but realistically, this is a Kennesaw State. It's one of the worst offenses in the country, and Western Kentucky. Their defense has actually been decent, so I don't see Kennesaw being able to put up any numbers here. I think this one's 48-7, Western Kentucky. Give me the Hilltoppers.
Ron?
I'm going to agree with you, Chris. I'm going to take Western Kentucky. I like their chances here. They're playing pretty good football lately, and much more battle tested. I think you could argue Kennesaw has played the worst schedule in college, the weakest schedule in college football, and for their record to be where it is, it's pretty disappointing. But big win last week. I think it's a clear letdown spot, and I do think that this is still the worst offense in FBS. WKU has the lethal offense that can put up 35-plus points in this game, and if they can get to 35, I think they'll be able to cover.
WKU is a sham. They should be embarrassed about everything that they're doing on the football field this season. I gotta say, as the old thing goes, Kennesaw State. Western Kentucky is 90th in the nation at throwing interceptions, 73rd at putting the ball on the carpet. I mean, I understand Kennesaw's 132nd in the nation in intercepting football. I get it. I see the argument, but they're only 132nd because they haven't played Western Kentucky yet. Man. That's the only reason. I like Kennesaw. I just see a lot of guts, a lot of moxie. Teams completing, they're 121st in completion percentage against 63.8% of the opponent's passes are completed against them. Yeah, got a lot to work with. I just don't like this Western Kentucky passing attack. They only they don't impress me much, as Shania said, and the rushing attack is embarrassing. This Western Kentucky defense is 92nd in yards allowed per game. They're a sieve. You're going to lay all those points against a tough, battle-tested Kennesaw team? Bro. Yeah, it's a big mistake. Big mistake, as Julia Roberts once said.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, let's just say they only got beat by 11 against Tennessee Martin. 24.5 point dogs here. We got a lot of wiggle room there. A lot of wiggle room. The other game, I like Liberty on the money line against Jacksonville State. Just I don't know. Liberty bounces back.
I'm not in love with either one, but I would go the opposite in both of them. I would take Jack State money line, Liberty's ass, bro. You lose 27-24 to Kennesaw, bro. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Kennesaw's badass, man.
The same Jacksonville State aired about 63-24. Like
they got lucky.
Man.
Got screwed over on the calls.
I'm sorry. Liberty.
Refs screwed them.
Liberty's ass.
Refs screwed them.
And then in the other one, I'm taking Kennesaw, bro. Let's do it. Off the upset win last week.
Kennesaw.
Yep. I'm taking Kennesaw. Plus the 24. And if you got the stomach for it, back-to-back upsets.
What's your game script? What's your
back-to-back upsets? Kennesaw? I told y'all I'm not. I told y'all, bro. This is me.
I'll shave my head if they.
What's your halftime score and what's the
all right? You heard it here first. If Kennesaw pull out the dub, Roof is coming in here bald tomorrow.
Yep, we're not gonna let him off either. That and you'll have to wear an Atlanta Hawks shirt the rest of the season.
Yeah, we'll wear that the rest of the season. I'll wear it. I'll wear it every Wednesday.
What's your final score, Jay?
You say what?
What's your final score?
Final score, let's go 28-24. Kennesaw.
Man, 28 points for the worst offense in the country.
Terrible. What they scored last week? They scored 27 last week. Turn me up.
Special teams got them there.
I see a Western Kentucky pick 6 in their future.
Their quarterback's the real deal.
He's nice.
No more TJ Finley.
Let's go Kennesaw. Now I gotta really go put a couple dollars on Kennesaw money line. I'm not even gonna bet the spread. I'm just gonna put a couple dollars.
Are you gonna shave your head on the show, Chris?
No.
How it's gonna work?
No, I'll show up with a haircut.
Come on, we're click whores. Do it. We'll do it.
Just for the hell of it, man. These how these midweek college football games be going. I feel like
they do. Happening. They do, man. It's like they try and just keep it interesting.
Let's go, Kennesaw.
It's like they don't want people tuning out and going to watch Julius Randle on the other channel.
I am yapping a little bit. I will say I am yapping a little bit.
Well, let me see. Maybe we can get a hat bet going on here with the money line. I'll look for the true line. Let's see. The money line is plus 1,100. Yeah, it's too many hats. What would be your offer? One hat to ratio? What's the ratio?
I don't know.
I'll take WKU, and if I win, I get 1 hat. And if Kennesaw wins, how many hats do you get?
Nah.
We'll just go 1-1. You know, call it even.
People don't understand it. I was planning on getting my hair cut in the next 2 days, anyways. So if Kennesaw wins this game, it just speeds up the process.
I thought you were going to be like, stop this and Julius Randle.
I don't know. I don't care.
He's a good player.
He's a good person, okay?
As I said on yesterday's show and the day before, Mavs money line. I said it the day before, even before the line came out. I said, I don't care what the line is. Mavs money line. And you know what? The game wasn't even as close as the score. I don't think the Timberwolves had the lead after the first quarter. It seemed like they were going to pull away, like that they had, you know. It seemed like when the Mavs were losing in that game, like the Timberwolves really, you know, were going to put them away. And it's just they never were able to really extend the lead out on them, even though the Mavs were missing shots. And then we know what happened after that. Oof. Jay, you're not whooping it up on the Mavs yesterday?
No, because I had 3 NBA premiums yesterday, and none of them were the Mavs, and all 3 of them lost. So it's
What are you doing, man?
I know.
I had one premium play. It was the Mavs.
I know. So it's like I'm frustrated with myself. We had
You're off.
I had the Nets money line, who had the lead the whole damn game.
You can't go money line on the Nets. They're just a good cover team.
Man, they should have won that game. Man.
Well, the Nets are
pooped it.
very, very good team. So.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was bad. I had and the Jazz, they're done
against the Chicken Nuggets, right? The Nets.
Yeah.
I liked them.
And then the new addition to the Do Not Bet list. I told y'all on the jam session yesterday and here on this show. The new addition to the Do Not Bet list, the New Orleans Pelicans. There's 2 teams right now currently on the NBA Do Not Bet list. The Atlanta Hawks and the New Orleans Pelicans. We'll talk about both because they both are in action today.
I can't believe you missed out on the Mavs. That was like,
I just overthought it. You know, I had, of course, you know, the gym session I had them. I told everybody,
it'll be like the Panthers bet against the Cowboys. Like, oh no, not Julius Randle. They got him. They're gonna want revenge. They got Randle now.
Man,
I got news for you. Julius Randle isn't part of the solution. I know you have a lot of faith in him. How many points did he have in that debacle? Edwards had 20 points in the first quarter. He only ended up with 37. He had 20, like there was like 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
He had 24 in the first, yeah.
Yeah, he had 20 in the first quarter with like, there was like 3 minutes left. Yeah, Randall did play in that game. He was -4. He had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. Got Edwards at 5 turnovers. Nothing pretty about it. Kyrie 35. He could have had 350 if they just kept if they gave him the ball a little more. They had no answer for him. From the outside, everything was going in. It was one of those. It was like he could have been doing this. It was like Steph when he shoots from the locker room. He's like, it's in again.
All right. I had the T-Wolves. That's enough. Let's talk about a different game.
We're gonna beat it out of you.
Kyrie Irving. Oh man, he couldn't miss last night. Man. How about Alexander Walker keeping these T-Wolves in that game?
What about Kyrie?
Cooked when it mattered most. Luka, step back.
All right.
My bad.
Listen, I can't remember who was in the NBA Finals. There was the Celtics that won easily, but I forgot the other team.
Wasn't the Timberwolves?
Oh wait, he's got a hat on. He had the big hat. He's not going to let us forget. We were there.
I've been telling everybody. You heard it here first. We got a Cavs Warrior situation going on here with the Celtics and the Mavs.
I think DiVincenzo is going to demand a trade from the Timberwolves. I think he's
You might
already
want to
sick.
buckle up, man. Cavs Warriors situation going on.
I think DiVincenzo is already sick of the Timberwolves. He wants out.
Yeah.
He hates
You know
it.
him personally.
Well, I watched
Sound
the
like my
game.
dad with the Islanders.
I watched the game and I looked on with disgust. In 26 minutes, he was 1 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 5 from the arc, +5, 3 points total, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 1 foul. Basically didn't play. Jay froze up because he's still mad about the not picking the Mavericks last night. I can't believe he didn't take the Mavericks. I mean, Jay without homer picks. I put Jay down the over 80.5 before the season even starts on Mavericks picks. The over-under is 80.5 for regular season Mavericks picks for Jay.
You already lost. Should have been a win, though, sadly.
80.5, man, is your over-under number.
I know.
Just like Texas Rangers, 160.5.
You got to have that one game.
What about the Cowboys?
Cowboys, 15.5. 15.5.
There's that one Panthers game in there every year.
Yeah. CD Lamb cat game. The one-handed catch for the touchdown.
Oh no, not the Panthers.
It will be the Panthers.
I don't know what's going on with my camera, bro. It's been making me mad.
Bryce Young starting this week. Okay.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Jay's leaving. Then he's going to come back. Did the NFL trade deadline pass? No. There it is. Apple's released the new MacBook Pro. I'm getting it.
November 5th is the trade deadline.
There it is. The MacBook Pro. Pre-order. Available November 8th. 16-inch. M4 Pro.
Oof. That M4 chip.
Yep. Nano texture display. Why not? I'm worth it. Chip processor. M4 Max with 16-core CPU, 16-core neural. Yep. That's what I deserve. And how much memory? 128 gigs. 5,149. Ouch. Hey, you know what I say? I'm worth it.
Oh boy.
That is a hefty little price tag.
That's what Jack Wicks calls a kick in the nutsack.
But it's actually, you know what? It's actually only 150 more than the other one, and you know why? Because I got the nano textured screen.
Oh.
I took that off.
What is that?
I don't know.
I thought you were saying it like. Oh.
I think what it is, it's non-glare.
Oh.
Or it's $429 a month.
A lot more manageable.
I'll add it to the bag. Okay, talked me into it.
Which laptop is that going to be now? 12.
3 years of Apple Care does not cover droppage.
Oh.
Remember that. Does not cover droppage, Jay. Items not purchased with the one-time payment may be eligible for $4.23 when you check out with your Apple Card. Holy shit, with tax and everything, $5,936. 36.
Oy.
I'm worth it. Treat myself to a work item. It's something to work with. Well, the problem is I dropped my MacBook. I can't shut it. Makes it hard to travel. Dropped it too many times. The corner's flattened out, so I can't shut it. It started to creak a little much. I was afraid that the whole thing was going to fall off. It's happened to me before. What's the number one thing that goes wrong with you with your laptops, Chris?
They just slow down on me a lot quicker than I wanted to.
That's why you got to just get them fully loaded as you possibly can. This one has 128 gigs. It's loaded.
Yeah, this one is $52.99 Canadian.
For which? Yeah, but that doesn't include the Apple Care.
Yeah.
That's what you're not including is the Apple Care.
Yeah, this is true.
$462.33 a month. I love it. I deserve it. Anyways, NBA.
Oh, now you got me looking at this. Oh, I can't.
Mine's purchased. I've got confirmation. Delivers Friday, November 8th.
Yeah, if I wanted a new one, I'd have to do the payment plan on it.
Yeah, the payment plan is what? $462 a month. Nothing.
This was my car.
Yeah, but I always do same as cash. Like if they give you the option, you can always pay it all at once. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's like it's interest-free money. Cash is king. Yeah. All right, we'll do NBA then. Philadelphia against Detroit. Is Joel Embiid back? Today's game?
No, sir.
No Embiid. Cleveland Cavaliers against the Lakers. I like the Lakers. Who do you like, Jay, of these two?
I like the Sixers and I like the Lakers. The Sixers, at first glance, I wanted to take the Pistons money line. Like this looked like the spot after, having a tough start to their season, tough schedule. Sixers still banged up. No Paul George, no Embiid. But when you look at it, the Sixers done dominated the Pistons. Like I think they done won. I went through it on the jam session. I don't have it pulled up right now, but they won like the last 10 or 11 meetings, all dominantly. The Sixers don't mess around with the Pistons. They do not play with them. They own them boys. So I'm just not gonna buck the trend. I'm just gonna stick with the Sixers. I think they dominate that game. And the Lakers, come on now, bro. You got Cleveland favored 4.5 over the Lakers in this game. Like, it's not even a home game for the Cavs. Y'all know that, right? It's not a home game for Cleveland. This crowd is gonna be split at minimum. It may even be more of a Laker crowd because half the Cleveland fans are LeBron fans. Like, come on, man. We all know this. This is LeBron territory. This is the house LeBron built. I think he's going to come here and lose to the Cavs. The Cavs are 4-0. They have looked good to start the season. I think some of the chemistry issues are fixed, but length 4.5 on an improved Lakers team? No, sir. Not me. Give me Lakers plus the points and money line.
Chris?
Yeah, I'll take the Lakers as well. Yeah, I think they're the better team. I think that's just the long and short of it. And I was a little bit skeptical of the depth early on with the Lakers, and I'm not all the way there yet with LA, but I still think that, like I said, 5 points in what should be a coin flip. I'll take it. I'll take the Lakers and the 5 here.
Give me the Lakers. I agree. I think I like the Lakers. What can I say? I'm a Laker guy. LeBron's greatest player of all time. And when it comes to my analysis in Major League Baseball and the other sports, pretty in-depth. When it comes to the NBA, I keep it pretty simple. I kind of sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what? Give me the Lakers.
I'm going to take the Lakers and the Pistons. I'm on the Pistons. They're one of my teams. They're in my stable. Very stable. I'd like them more if Embiid was playing and we're getting a little bit more points, but that's okay. I just think the Pistons are a team that's going places and going fast. I like the direction that they're going. It's like they have Cade. They're adding players around them. It's like the problem was that Cade couldn't be the player that he wanted to be with Alec Burks still on the roster. Like when they had Burks, it was kind of like, whose team is it? Is it Cade's team or is it Burks' team? And I think, making a clear decision, even though it's a tough decision. Who would you rather have? Cade Cunningham or Burks? I just think at this point in his career, you'd have to go with Cade, and that's the direction that the Pistons went. Meanwhile, Burks, he'll be contributing in Miami when hoisting their trophy this season.
Of course, Burks goes to your team.
Yeah. We love Burks. It's like they got the scapegoat. They got everything going on there. You got to have the scapegoat guy. They got Hardaway Jr., right? I mean, he's the best scapegoat guy. He's a chucker. Loves to just chuck up shots. Hot Tim Hardaway Jr., cold Tim Hardaway Jr., man. Jay's experienced both. Jay's thrown quite a few things at the TV as Hardaway Jr. has bricked another wide open 3. It's like clang. Jay's like this with his hoodie strings. Hardaway Jr. going on like it's like Hardaway Jr. misses another wide open 3. We got Charlotte up against the Sonics and the Pacers and the Celtics. Chris.
Yeah, give me the Celtics. I haven't wanted to back them, but there's just no denying what they've done out of the gate so far. Yeah, I know the Pacers. This is a bench spot for the Pacers, but I don't think that's enough here. I think the Celtics beat up on the Pacers here again, and I'll take the over 225 in that Charlotte-Toronto game. I don't love either team defensively, and think that we have some points coming in that one. So give me the over 225.
Ron?
Yeah, it's tough. The Pacers off to a pretty miserable start. It's Celtics 4-0. It's not really in my comfort zone too often, but I'll lay the points with Boston. I mean, I just don't like what I'm seeing at all from Indiana right now. You look at that last game, close one in Orlando, cover the number, but it's a game where you shot 45% from 3, 15% better than the Magic did. You still lose the game. I just don't like their chances in Boston's offense too much. We see it's very steep total. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but in the end, I look for the Celtics to win, cover the number.
All right. I like Charlotte here against the Raptors. I don't know. I think the Hornets are going to be up and down a lot this season, but if they play the Raptors enough, they'll be up plenty. And Pacers against the Celtics. I'll take the touchdown here with the Pacers. You know, didn't play too well at home in that Philly game, and I think you're allowed to have a bad night, but just not too many of them. I just think that we saw them come out and dominate the Magic. Just grabbing that cover in Orlando. They really wanted to cover, and we saw Siakam say, "Look, if you're going to back our Pacers, we might not get the W in the win column in the standings, but at least our backers will cash." And I do believe that we have the same sort of situation here for the Pacers, that they have a puncher's chance at winning the game outright. But I think this is a team that loves to cover. They love to cover. Jay?
Fading the Pacers. Unless you have a clear and concise reason to fade the Celtics, you just don't do so. And we saw the Western Conference Finals rematch last night. The same shit happened. The Mavs whooped the Timberwolves. And tonight, the Eastern Conference Finals rematch, I think the same thing is going to happen. The Celtics are going to whoop the Pacers. This is what it is, man. The Pacers are actually broken right now, too. Their offense is not nearly the record-breaking offense that they were a season ago. Halliburton right now, to me, looks like he spent the offseason cheesing with Team USA and kind of cooling, enjoying entering superstardom instead of in the gym making sure that he's the best point guard in the league. Because that's the conversation we're trying to put him in. So I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the Pacers right now either. I think Boston is still the best team in the league. Even with my Mavs improving, I still think the Celtics are the best team in the league. And I'm just not fading them unless I have a clear reason to do so. And the Pacers have not shown me that. What was the other one here?
Charlotte and Toronto.
Lay it with Charlotte. Toronto, coming into the season, their biggest asset was their depth. They have a lot of guys over there, but right now they're banged up, so that depth don't mean nothing. Olynyk out, Scotty Barnes out, Bruce Brown still out. Emmanuel Quickly may not even play. Charlotte, on the other hand, they're healthy, which is crazy because Charlotte's never healthy. And I'm actually liking what I'm seeing from Charlotte. Charlotte is more so right now who I think everybody thinks the Pistons are going to be. That's who Charlotte is. Their star is ready to blow up in LaMelo right now. So I'm buying a lot of Charlotte stock. It's a big boy number, 6.5. So we're going to learn a lot about them tonight. But the Raptors are ass, especially out of Toronto. I'm fading them.
Chris, I need your help with something. Now, you have to just answer me the question. Is there a better hand gesture in the game than this?
So what's the difference between a pro versus a Joe? A pro is someone that is simply wagering on sports to make money. It's an alternate form of investing. Instead of the stock market, instead of crypto, instead of commodities, it just happens to be sports. They're betting on a number, not a team. A Joe is usually a fan or someone that enjoys spending their weekend wagering, especially on college football and pro football, and is not really interested in playing every small market such as NHL, tennis, golf. That's the difference between a pro and a Joe.
He's got it down. He says the whole. That's the best one. And the thing is, they went behind, like they did the edit with just put the graphics ahead of him. They came back and you knew exactly where he was. He got the full rings out, 10 rings. It's like no one wants to be behind Eric.
So what's the difference between a pro versus a Joe? A pro is someone that is simply wagering.
Hold on. The power stance at the beginning of the show.
So what's the difference between a pro versus a Joe? A pro is someone that is simply wagering on sports to make money. It's an alternate form of investing. Instead of the stock market, instead of crypto, instead of commodities, it just happens to be sports. They're betting on a number, not a team. A Joe is usually a fan or someone that enjoys spending their weekend wagering, especially on college football and pro football, and is not really interested in playing every small market such as NHL, tennis, golf. That's the difference between a pro and a Joe.
That's part of the Pathy plan is the power stance.
I love it, man.
Like Eric, you didn't tell us about your date last night.
Yeah. It's like I got this ring at Chrome Hearts. I got this ring at Chrome Hearts.
Can I?
This ring at Chrome
Hold
Hearts. Oh man.
I got that Street Fighter stance. I'm telling you, I need the Pathy power stance as like I'm gonna every time I need to make a statement. Oh, that was so good.
Got this ring at Chrome Hearts. I got this ring at Chrome Hearts. I got this ring at Chrome Hearts. Got this ring.
Not one, not two.
I got all the rings at Chrome Hearts.
Oh my god.
Encompasses all. It's a pro. Joe. Man. Wow. This is too good. I have to say that last shooting sessions were some of the best ones we had.
Yeah.
It was fun, right? It was fun. We shot a lot of those at Cosmo, too. Chris and I did.
Hey, bro, can I get up out of here with all that?
Anyways, Bulls against no. We got Wizards against Hawk Wednesdays. Romanelli Hawk Wednesdays. And then we got the Miami Heat against, well, the who should not be named on this show anymore. Ron, who do you got against the Costies?
Wow, I don't know what the game is. If it's too many bits, I don't know.
Well, you missed Monday's show. Let's just say Costi.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Costi got canceled.
Wait, what's he gonna do when they play each other this season?
I'm not sure.
You're gonna have to have him
Dangerous.
announce that game.
Probably take one team or the other.
He
Could
probably
encompass
should
the
avoid
whole.
that.
Depends what the whole schedule looks like.
Well, for me, I'm going to go with the Wizards. I'm going to go with the Hawks. Now, here's the thing. You got a revenge game here for Atlanta. They lose that game by 2 points, the Wizards shot almost 50% from three in that game. They only won by 2 points. Trae Young in that game, he was 2 of 15 from the field and 2 of 10 from three, 14 points. I don't think the Wizards are going to shoot 50% from three much longer. I don't think Trae Young is going to hit 2 of 15 in this game either. And I think the Hawks get their revenge and win this game on Romanelli Hawk Wednesday in a blowout.
I'll take the Wizards plus the points. It's very simple. I just go to my list and the Hawks sit right here. Soon to be here because the Commanders will be leaving the list. Then I like the Miami Heat against the Knicks. I think the bettors are also starting to back it. You're starting to see the big money come in here on the Miami Heat, who they love to go through the motions, man. They love to do it, but they also hate the Knicks. So do I. I'm going to take the Heat. Jay?
I'm on the Heat with you. I think the Knicks right now are overrated, overvalued. And you just got to fade that right now. Like many New York teams, usually the hype outweighs how good the team actually is because they're a New York team. And you got to be able to assess that hype. So I still think in a vacuum, I don't know who's the better team. Seriously. Everybody wants me to believe that the Knicks are the better team. Everybody wants to say that the Knicks are the second best team in the East, and they may be that at the end of the season. But 4 games into this season, that's not who they are currently. And I think that's the value that's attached to them. So I want to
Who have
fade
they
that.
played?
It's not even necessarily who they've played. It's not necessarily none of that. It's just the public perception of who people think they are. And they're not, to me, they still haven't proven that they're a better team than Miami. And to be favored on the road in Miami is crazy. Like Miami a season ago was still, if you would have told me Knicks and the Heat played in the playoff series a season ago, both teams healthy, Miami probably wins that series, in my opinion. So that's all I'm saying. I don't think the Knicks should be favored here based off perception because they haven't won a game this season that would warrant them laying points in Miami. Both their step-up games they lost. So, and I know Miami lost their step-up game too to Orlando, but I don't know. It's just value talk for me, and I think the value here is on Miami at home as a home dog. And in the other one, I'm on the Wizards. I love me a good quick revenge. Quick revenge is actually one of my favorite spots in the NBA. We cashed big on a quick revenge spot earlier in the season with the Trailblazers against the Pelicans. There's a system, though, that outweighs the quick revenge, though, and that's called the do not bet list. And that's where the Atlanta Hawks find themselves. Them boys is terrible. Like, I just need to remind y'all that the Hawks were the worst ATS team in the league a season ago. They only
So you'll
covered.
never bet them this season, the rest of the year?
No.
Sounds like a plan.
They only covered 35% of their games a season ago.
I don't think they'll do that this year.
Maybe they trade for Julius Randle.
I think they're worse than they were a season ago. The team's worse than they were a season ago. And I still think they are
better without Murray, Ron?
Well, I just don't know why the Wizards are all of a sudden that we should just give them the championship banner.
It's not. It has nothing to do with the Wizards. It has everything to do with the Hawks.
The Wizards are the worst team in the East.
I don't think so. Not right. At the end of the season, yeah, but at the current time of the year where bad teams don't know they're bad, when bad teams are still hooping, when bad teams still have things and motivation to play, Wizards ain't that bad. When you look at the last 2 meetings between these two teams, last year, the last meeting in Atlanta, Washington won. This season, just the other day, Washington won. I think Washington's undervalued here. At home, at the crib, I think they have a legitimate chance to do it again. I don't know who people think Atlanta is. They're not a good basketball team. And right now, currently, they're still overrated, overvalued. In my opinion, the Hawks could be in the running for the worst team in the East this season. I think they're that bad. They may pick #1 overall again this season. Of course, they need the balls to fall their way, but man, the Hawks are a bad team, and I would not be laying points with them at home, really, and definitely not on the road. So give me Washington here.
Tell them, Chris.
Sorry, I was looking for my mute button. I'm gonna take the over in that Hawks Wizards game. 2 teams don't play defense. You want
Give me a side.
Okay, the side I'm taking is the over. 2 teams that are bottom 5 in defensive efficiency. Not a lick of defense being played here. You saw 240 points scored in the last meeting. Yeah, I'm going to take the over. And you know who the worst home underdog was in the NBA last season? Miami Heat. Want to take a guess at what their record was as a home underdog across 12 games against the spread?
I don't know.
Jay,
what was it?
1-11 against the spread, but 0-3 when they were catching between 1 and 3 points. So it's a lean towards the Knicks, but that only because of that percentage. I like playing against the Heat at home.
How do we get you to take the Hawks?
How do we get you on the Wizards money line?
I don't like being pulled in this many different directions.
Peer pressure.
First time I've ever heard that
Fighting.
come out of Ruffalo's mouth. He loves normally it's the opposite. At least that's what she said.
That's the Wizards' offense is just Poole and Kuzma, run down the court, chuck up a three, and pray it goes in. And if it doesn't, fast break the other way.
But the Hawks
150 points.
The Hawks are the same thing. Trae Young
but they do it better. I trust Trae Young.
Dribble for 20 seconds, try to score or throw it to somebody in the corner and throw up a three. They're the same.
I trust Trae Young a lot more than I trust Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma.
I don't know. I think that's the overall public narrative, but I think the gap is closer than people may think. I think so.
The gap wasn't close when
there's a reason why nobody wanted to acquire Trae Young this offseason, bro. Nobody wanted him. Nobody. The Spurs took old 40-man-year-old Chris Paul over Trae Young. Like,
so where would you put Trae Young in a list of top 100 NBA players right now?
He's up there, but he doesn't play winning basketball.
Where is he?
He's a six. No, that's not the question. He's a good.
That is the question. I'm asking you the question.
You're not getting what I'm saying. Like
I just want to know. Just a side piece. What's the number?
He's top 30. He's the best player on his team. He might be 30. I'm gonna say 30.
Where's Jordan Poole?
50-ish range, 60-ish range. But when you look at I would say you would have to look at it through the lens of point guard. When you look at it through the lens of point guard, I would say Trae Young is probably, just off the top of my head, like 10, and Jordan Poole maybe like 15. This is off the top of my head without really doing too much thinking. So I don't think the gap is as big as people may think. Like, that's all I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like if Trae Young was on a good team, he would be like a third option. And that's what Jordan Poole was on a good team, a third option. Both of them as first options, which they are currently, neither one of them play winning basketball. So it's, here's what it is.
Okay. So you have the Hawks and you have the Wizards. And the loser goes to Tony Pick's morning show.
That's a bet.
Put Trae Young on any good team right now. He's the third option. I promise you. Think about it. I'm talking to the comments. Put Trae Young on any decent team right now. He's the third option. Any of them.
What about the Wizards?
They're not a good team.
What about the Nets?
They're not a good team.
What about the Pistons?
They're not a good team.
I like all those teams.
They're not good teams. Okay, on the Lakers, he's a third.
You said
option.
about my Pacers the other night when they went into Orlando and busted the Magic up, covering by the hook.
On the Lakers, he's a third option. On the Celtics, he's a third option. On the Mavs, he's a third option.
But those are the elite teams.
That's what I'm saying.
He'd be an elite third option.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying.
Who cares?
Who would you rather
He's
have?
the Wizards
Who would
tonight.
you rather have? Contavious Caldwell-Pope or Trae Young?
He'd be the third.
What about the Magic?
On the Magic, he would be the
Second option.
third option.
Second.
He'd be the third
Who's
option.
second?
They would not be running the offense through Trae Young.
Wagner. Not Wagner.
It'd be Wagner. It was still
Oh, no, Wagner.
So where's Wagner in top 100? Trae Young's third.
11.
Yeah,
Positions matter in basketball. Y'all tripping.
Okay, so
He's balling.
I'm guessing Pacers or Hallie and Siakam.
If you flipped,
If you put him on the Pacers,
if you were to put Trae Young right now on the Pacers, he'd be the third option.
No way.
Behind
Hey,
you
saying-
just went on a rant the other day about Siakam, and you think Trae Young or Siakam, Mitch?
Siakam.
Okay, so
I'm not saying that
so Trae Young
how does Trae
third
to be the third option?
I want
I'd rather have 4 other guys instead of him. I like the way Obi Toppin's starting to blend with the team. He put up 14 in that.
Now you seeing what I'm saying. Now you seeing what I'm saying.
You guys just, I mean, you
What
still
about the Cavs?
understand. Nembhard or Trae Young?
I mean, the Cavs is kind of a weird situation, but he would low-key be the third. I'm taking right now in a vacuum. Who you taking, Darius Garland or Trae Young?
Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Garland's on my shit.
If you flipped Garland and Trae Young right now, do you think the Cavs get better? I don't.
Yes.
I think it get worse.
Yes.
Y'all don't be
Garland
watching.
can't stay
Y'all not
healthy.
watching. Y'all not watching.
You're a Garland lover.
Y'all not.
I'll take
I didn't
Trae
even
Young
know
over
that.
Donovan Mitchell.
Y'all not watching.
I didn't even
That's
know
just
you
what
were
it
a
boiled down
Garland lover like that.
Yeah, this
You've
is what
been
it
trash
boiled down to.
talking him for years on the show, and you've been humping up on him.
I'll take Trae Young over Donovan Mitchell.
Hell no.
He's
That's
like
five
all
for-
over Garland, like Goran's over Jack
Hell
Wicks.
no.
It's like
Okay, Miami
he's
Heat.
all over.
Mitchell is
Miami
they're kind of similar players, honestly.
He-
Stat patterns and
Miami
games don't
Heat, Miami Heat, he would play the Tyler Hero role.
matter. Oh,
Guy they want to trade all the time.
Trade for Trae Young right now. Y'all probably could, but they won't.
No, they don't want him.
That's what I'm saying.
We already got a
It
guy.
would
we
still
wanna
be
trade all
Bam
the
and
time.
Jimmy over there. Like, come on, man.
It's hero.
you act like he doesn't average 10 assists a game.
Because he's on a bad team playing bad
But
basketball.
you say he's just a Tyler Hero.
Man, I'm telling
Chucking
you,
up
that's
threes.
like
Whoa.
it's like you can go to a bad team and put up bad numbers. That's not a hard concept to do.
The thing is, like, I've probably cared the least about this conversation and of any conversation I've ever had in my life.
I don't know. I just like arguing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get under your skin.
Jay's taking his Pathy Power stance and sticking his he's
In the
drawing line
NBA,
with his hand.
I've got nothing to lose. Because if I'm right, then wow, Ron knows the NBA. And if I'm wrong, oh, he's the baseball
Oh, Ron,
guy.
stick
Give
to
him a break.
baseball. Stick to,
Give him a break. He's cute.
at least you tried.
I swing for the fences. And Trae Young, I would honestly take him over Donovan Mitchell
Crazy.
on my team.
Crazy. I think if Donovan Mitchell was in the East, he would dominate. And Trae Young been over there in the East. You know, I think people forget that Donovan Mitchell been in the West his whole career. He was on the Jazz, like he has to do it in Utah. Like, damn. And then now he's in Cleveland. Like, only person that done it in Cleveland was the greatest player of all time. He only did it one time. So it's like, you know what I mean? His circumstances is tough. Trae Young over there in the easy old East in Atlanta, a nice free agent market. Don't nobody want to play with him though, because he's not that good, bro. He's not 5'10" ball dominant point guard that shoot a lot of threes. He do make assists, but the assist is because he dribbled the hell out the ball. Like, man,
Is he clutch?
usage. I'm done. Stats don't tell the full story.
What do you think? Does it have a cover on it or something?
I don't know.
Looks like
They're
it.
still working on it.
You're forgetting that today's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, but they didn't cover last Wednesday.
No, but I wasn't as. That was the first. Yeah, I'm actually heated about this game.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I made a name for myself on this Wednesday morning show by taking the Hawks.
You did. It's named after you and them for a reason. Not today, though.
Get ready. It's a light line, 5 points. You just got to win the game, basically. Make the free throws at the end of it.
It ain't gonna happen.
Wizards going to have to shoot 50% from three again. Because where are the points coming from if they don't?
They coming from the three. They're gonna hit them.
All right, 50%. They got to do it. If they hit it 50%, we can't stop them. I mean, if any team fits 50, might as well not even play the game. Like the Celtics on opening night. It's like, oh, the Knicks get crushed. I mean, they hit 29 threes. What do you want? What do you want them to do?
Fair. What else we got? We got Bulls and the Magic. Nets, Grizzlies. Mitch.
Well, everyone knows I love the Bulls and I hate the Magic, so makes it nice and easy. I think people are still living off of the Magic's record last year against the spread, when all I care about is this year's record against the spread. See, when you're a lousy team like the Magic were, who drafted first 2 years ago, right? And then all of a sudden you're getting generous points. You're a work in progress. People don't realize where you are in the cycle. And a lot of times you'll get undervalued. And that's where the Magic were. Now, because they got some guy that scores 50 points a game and stuff, ooh, I love Pinkero. Other team all day. I'm taking the Bulls. Your Chicago Bulls. Then also the up-and-comers is the Brooklyn Nets. Everyone loves a good comeback story, and that comeback story is called Ben Simmons. He is the quintessential comeback story on the Pine in Brooklyn on the Nets as the sixth man off the bench. I got to say, these Nets are really something special. And getting a dozen against Memphis, who's got basically one player and everybody else, I'll take my chances because we got one player also. Way underrated player at that. Taking the Brooklyn Nets all day and twice on Wednesday.
I'm fading Mitch and both. I'm taking the Magic.
What?
Yeah, the Magic. They be hooping, man.
They didn't hoop last time when the Pacers busted them up.
I mean, that game was weird. It was really.
The weird part is that you took the other side and they covered again.
When you look at that game, it's still a magical cover from the Pacers.
Who do you like, the Mavericks or the Timberwolves?
I like the Magic today. The Magic are the better basketball team. The Bulls, I will say, if there's a team that I would say I don't have the best grip on, it is the Bulls, because they're 2-2. They got two nice wins.
Bad.
But then they also got aired out in one game and they lost to the Pelicans. So it's like, who are the Chicago Bulls? When I look at the recent history between these two teams, the Magic be beating up on them. Last year it was 113-98, 114-108, 103-97, 96-94, 100-91. So the Magic done won 5 straight. They done covered this number in 3 of the 5. I'm going to lay here with Orlando. And then in the other one, the Nets on the back end of a back-to-back with travel following an overtime game, a game which they should have won. This is going to be an emotional letdown. I think we've been waiting on John Morant to finally play in Memphis. Tonight is that night, I'm assuming. And, yeah. We saw the Grizzlies up 25 in the first quarter.
Here's the comment again. The Magic only got better. The Magic got Magic money line. If they're so freaking good, then why can't you lay the points, man? Exactly. If you need to go money line, you take the other team. It's like, seriously, man. You're making your own argument against yourself. All right, sorry, Jake. Go ahead.
It's all good. But I like the Grizzlies here. Even if John Morant doesn't play, I would still lay the points with the Grizzlies here. Yeah, that's what I like.
I like the whole body of work of the Nets.
Yeah, I'm taking the over again with the Grizzlies and the Nets. Again, same thing. The Grizzlies give up a ton of points, give up the fast-paced team, one of the faster-paced teams in the league. But the Brooklyn Nets, you only scored, 139 needed overtime yesterday. Something they can at least do something enough to contribute to a total around 225. So give me the over, Nets, Grizzlies, and Magic Bulls. Lean towards the Magic. They covered this number in all 3 meetings against the Bulls last season. And I just think the Magic are just easily the better team here. So give me the Magic.
I think Chris is really nervous about that Kennesaw game. He's giving out NBA totals just to pass the time here, so he doesn't have to shave his head.
Not at all. Not at all.
What's with these NBA totals? We want to hear where you are on the side.
They just the same as the spread.
I'll go with the Grizzlies and the Magic, both favorites in this one. Like Jay mentioned, let down for Brooklyn. I think there's a good spot for Memphis to put together a blowout win. And then he mentioned it also, the Magic dominated the Bulls last year. And I think, Chicago, another one of those teams coming off a 50% three-point night. Got to fade him in this one against a good defense.
Payback's a bitch. Man. Plus Ruffalo's on the Magic. Thunder Buddies for life against the Wembies. And then we've got the Warriors up against the newest members of the Do Not Bet list, the Zions. And then we've got the Clippers. Fuck the Clippers, man. Up against the Blazers. Jay, was one of the highlights of your year getting to tell Tyronn Lue to his face?
Fuck the Clippers.
Fuck the Clippers, man.
Yeah.
Really was one of the highlights of mine.
But it
Like, 'cause
also
it's not just a catchphrase. We really
it
live
also, for me though, it closed the chapter on that though. It did. It was like the perfect conclusion of the Fuck the Clippers book, because that
the way it kind of just slid right off them.
yeah, it's closed. The chapter's closed because we're taking the Clippers today and we're laying the points.
He looked a lot older in person than he does on TV, right?
TV, they can give him that little fluff, make him look good.
Didn't he look a lot older in person?
Yeah, he looked
Got
about
the
the
gray hair going. Like,
He did have a lot of great. I'm laying the points here with the Clippers, though. They're looking for their first home win in their new arena of the new arena. We saw Kevin Durant talk about the wall, how it kind of affected him. So I definitely think a young Blazers team, it should affect them as well. And then when you look at the recent history between the two teams, the Clippers be beating the hell out the Blazers. 125, 117, 116, 103, 113, 111, 136, 125, 117, 102. Like they've won 11 straight? Like 10 straight. All of them pretty dominantly. No need to shake it up here. I'll stay with the Clippers at home at the crib. We're taking the Warriors, man. The Pelicans are on the do not bet list. They're fucking ass, bro. They're terrible. Like, I'm done with them. Stick a fork in them. I love a quick revenge spot. Quick revenge is one of my favorite spots in the NBA. But there's something else that supersedes that, and it's called the do not bet list. And that's where the Pelicans find themselves. So the Pelicans and the Hawks are in really favorable, or not the Hawks, the Pelicans and the
Hawks, baby.
Bulls,
the Pelicans and the
Nets,
who is it? I forgot.
Mavericks.
I love the quick revenge spot. I'm not going to take any of them today.
Oh yeah, it is the Hawks. It is the Hawks. They're both in the quick revenge spot, but the do not bet list supersedes, man. It supersedes. So there's a reason these two teams have found their way on there. We just didn't put them on there because we got emotional or anything like that. These two teams do not deserve to put real hard-earned cash on them. And we're fading them. And then Thunder Buddies for life. The Thunder be beating the hell out the Spurs. 3 of the 4 meetings last year, the Thunder took them boys behind the shed. I think they probably do the same tonight.
Chris?
Yeah, I take the Thunder. The Spurs, they're showing signs of improvement. They've been competitive, but they've been competitive at home against a Houston team that wasn't necessarily a great team to back on the road last season. And at home, they gave up 73 points in the second half against the Mavs in their lone home game this season. The last 5 wins for the Thunder, 38, 26, 36, 12, and 16 against the Spurs. So I think the Thunder get the cover here. And Warriors, Pelicans could be the Warriors. Yeah, I'm not getting emotional about it either, but as soon as I saw that result last night, I just immediately thought, oh, yeah, they're on the do not bet list.
They're on the do not bet list.
My question was going to be how are the Warriors going to do without Steph Curry, because they were like I think 3-4-8 with him last year without him, but
They looked high last night.
yeah, they looked fine. So give me the Warriors.
I'm going to take Portland plus the points. I mean, they got crushed in the first game, but since then their defense has been really strong, actually. And I think, the total opened up around 214. It's now up to 219.5, so it's way up already. I like the under personally, and I think in a low-scoring game, I think getting 8.5 points is valuable. So I don't love that Blazers offense, but I got to say their defense stepped it up. Almost found a cover against the Kings. I had the Kings laying the points, and Sacramento shot 40% from three. They still barely covered. If Portland hit a couple of shots there, they would have been able to win that game outright. So give me Portland plus the points.
Taking Portland. I like the Warriors and Thunder Buddies. Just going to continue my fade Wemby train. It's not going to work every time, but once again, players who put up big numbers, players who are super popular, always good fades. Banchero, Wagner, Banchero, Wemby, all good fades. Contavious Caldwell Pope. Get it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you like the Magic so much? 3-1, 2-2 against the number. I didn't see it, man. Chris just likes Vucevic.
I don't know why you hate the Magic so much. Like
Because they're just. I hate overrated teams.
They're not.
I hate super public teams. Anytime I do a video where I don't take the Magic, I get bombed in the comments, and that's how you can tell the most public teams, man. And they are super.
The Magic are the Lions,
man, because all those kids that took love going to Disney. When I went to Disney when I was a kid,
it doesn't matter. They're the
Magic shirt, and that's why I like the Magic.
They're the Lions. It's like you just gotta accept it. You just accept it. Like, just accept it. They just cover, baby. That's just what they do.
You go take your little Markel Fultz bobblehead, pop them or whatever you call them, move along the way.
Orlando Magic.
Markel Fultz. Not Fultz. Oh, he's due to play 23 minutes tonight. Oh, no.
We're getting you a Banchero jersey.
Maybe the Orlando Solar Bears.
Jay, currently, who's your number 2 team in the East?
Bulls.
I don't have
Bulls, Nets.
Honestly, I don't have one.
I don't like these non-answers today. When this is the guy that makes all these bold takes and all these other shows,
because
I ask him questions.
It's so you ask him really.
Well, if the season ended today, the Wizards are in.
Yeah.
And the Hornets.
All right. It's the Cavs. There.
Oh.
Who's on the outside looking in is the Nets.
Cleveland right now is the second best team in the East.
What?
Who's number 3?
In what world, man? Planet are you from?
3, I'd probably go with.
The Heat are playing terrible, and they're still winning games.
Orlando.
God. Well, we'll see how this tune changes around week 3.
I go Boston, Cleveland, Orlando right now. My top 3.
Yeah.
Through the first week of hoops. Don't shoot the messenger, man.
But the West.
In the West, I would go with 1 is still the Dallas Mavericks. 2, Oklahoma City Thunder. 3, Los Angeles Lakers. 4, Phoenix Suns. 5, Minnesota Timberwolves. Something like that. But 1, 2, 3 would be Dallas.
Where do the Rockets fall?
Rockets right now are still the same team from a season ago. Like on the cusp of they probably can make the playoffs, but like they're still bottom tier of the Western Conference. Like
Best teams to fade: Orlando Magic, and Orlando Magic.
the best money making team over the last 2 seasons.
Right. And the books aren't just going to let that continue. They don't let it continue. They nip it in the bud.
I don't know.
Freddie Freeman hit that home run last
They
night.
haven't
Jay
with
was
the
probably like,
Lions
see
in
the
the
sweep, the sweep. He's one of those guys. Oh, the go sweep him, man. Freddie hit the home run. Like, I don't think so. It's like when they did that, you know what you do? You smash the in game. I mean, you absolutely that ball before it even gets all the way over the fence, you're smashing that in game on the Yankees. That's what you're doing. It's like you're not saying, "Oh no, not Wagner." Which one? Both of them. He's got all his Wagners all mixed up. No way, man. Took Julius Randle over my Mavericks yesterday.
I didn't. I just
Couldn't
didn't
believe it, man.
I just didn't have the
What
Mavericks.
planet? I haven't seen a pick that bad since the Panthers over the
did not
Cowboys. The
I did
CD
not
Lamb
take-
one-handed
I did
touchdown
not
catch
take
game.
them yesterday.
That was the best part of the Cowboys-Panthers game when Jay took the Panthers was when CD Lamb caught the one-handed touchdown pass. That was the best. Oh, my God. Because it wasn't like one of those ones like where they just kind of lob it and he took it into the body. It was just gripped it out of the air. Yeah. It was special. Speaking of the Yankees and the Dodgers, our last game on the card is the Yankees and the Dodgers. Chris Ruffalo successfully gave us the Dodgers yesterday. I talked Jay off the Dodgers on the show yesterday. I explained to him exactly how it works.
I ain't gonna lie. When Freddie hit that home run, though, I did kind of cuss you out. In a couple,
I'm sure you were. I'm sure
in a
you were.
couple
The rest-
languages,
and
you know
just
what I
like
mean?
all the people I know on Facebook that are not sports bettors, they're all like, they're going to make a statue of Freddie with the broom. It's like,
But then the Yankees did pull it out, and that back
they didn't just pull it out. They beat the shit out of him.
I
They
said,
beat the
"Appreciate you,
shit
Mitch."
out of him.
I said, "Thank you, Mitch."
What did I say on the show? I said it would be the most one-sided game of the series. And that's exactly what it was. And tonight, the second most one-sided game in the series. Yes, runs first inning, but this time it's the Yankees getting the runs. They're gonna hammer Jack Flaherty. There's a reason that this guy's been shopped around 3 times in the last 3 years, and we've seen it over the last couple of weeks. Look for the Yankees to take him deep, deep, and more deep. My guess is even Anthony Rizzo hits a home run off this clown. Give me the Rizzo home run prop, Chris.
Ooh, yeah.
Yankees run line and the over. And the yes runs first inning. Jay, you back on your Dodgers?
Ooh. Taking the Yankees today. Come on, man. Like, this is just like, bro, it's Dodgers, Yankees, Major League Baseball. They finna milk this shit for as many dollars as they can get, bro. Come on, man. They didn't get here Dodgers, Yankees worth the inning 4. They didn't do that. You know what I mean? They didn't do that. In the inning 5, yeah.
Aaron Judge did get some fortuitous
Yankees
calls.
don't get no win. The Yankees don't get no win in New York. Like, not one. Like, all right. That man on that mound today, you already know how I feel about that man on that mound today.
Second time seeing Cole. They've seen Cole millions of times. These guys are professional baseball players. They've seen these pitchers up and down. Cole's been on a bunch of different teams, and so have half the Dodgers.
I'm tired of the Cole disrespect, man. Cole's probably finna come out here and throw a gym. He's finna throw a gym and remind folks of who he was last season, just a season ago. You know what I mean? I think people forgot he was coming off injury. You know what I mean? He wasn't, you know what I mean? This is the Cole Yankee solidified game right here. This is the game that they're going to talk about Cole for forever. He might come out here and low-key, man, shut these boys down. I'm talking like 6-7 scoreless from Cole tonight. Man, give me them Yankees, man, and give me Cole to do exactly what I just said, man. And then I still got the Dodgers winning the series. Let me say that I still got the Dodgers winning the series, but I wouldn't be surprised if this went 7. I did hear before I got on the show, Ron said that if any sport they were going to come back 3-0, it would be baseball. I 1,000% agree. I 1,000% agree. Basketball is that shit's tough as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Hockey is kind of tough too, but baseball's more like anything can happen any game. Like, so it's like
Hockey, I'd say, is the toughest. What do you think, Chris?
Well, I mean, Edmonton just did it last year. So
But it shows how impressive that was. I mean,
nobody's ever did it in the NBA.
Yeah, NBA, it's never happened.
It's never happened. So
it does happen more often in hockey, but it just seems like with especially the games where you're on the road. I don't know. Baseball, I mean, we see 4-game win streaks all the time.
Yeah, sure. So, yep, I'm on the Yankees today.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, the Yankees.
Oh, give me the over 8.5. I don't think we're gonna need a walk-off grand slam for it tonight, though. I'm taking the yes runs first inning as well. I think that we're gonna get runs early and often. I went with the parlay of Freddie Freeman and Juan Soto for a home run here. I think we're gonna runs in bunches. This is still Garrett Cole got picked his nose and ate it in the dugout, and Jack Flaherty that got roughed up earlier in the postseason as well.
You're mean.
Don't do my boy like that, man.
I
You
like
gonna
to
put his business out there like that on his World Series start day? That's how you gonna do him?
As he shows up with his dome tomorrow. Not even gonna shave his head on the show.
The biggest moment in his life, and you're gonna talk about one of his lowest moments of his career.
Absolutely, because he's a crybaby that deserves it.
Shout out Garrett Cole, man.
The internet is forever.
True.
Crybaby.
Yeah, he's a whiny little bitch.
Whoa. Manoah's a real pitcher.
Shout out Manoah.
Manoah can't lift his arm high. Manoah can't lift his arm high enough to point at Garrett Cole, but
The Yankees would be saved if they had this guy on the mound.
if Dallas Keuchel pitched for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Mr. Rundown.
Give me the over and the Yankees.
Ooh.
I do think Cole's in trouble. I will say it.
No.
I think he could be in trouble, but I think Flaherty's in bigger trouble.
Yay.
And I like that Rizzo to hit a home run because he's got 3 of them in his career against Flaherty. I think Stan could hit another one. I mean, we talk about Aaron Judge being miserable in the playoffs, so we definitely should bring it up. But let's not cut slack for Shohei Ohtani, who's been miserable in the World Series himself. 2 of 15 with 4 strikeouts and the caught stealing. So we'll see if Judge wakes up. The bottom of the order really got it done for the Yankees yesterday, which is a promising sign because it's been nowhere to be found for most of the season. And I think, Flaherty, Yankees got great numbers against Flaherty in their matchups. Rizzo only has 6% strikeout rate in 30 plate appearances with 3 bombs. So give me the over and the Yanks.
Ooh, yeah. Yankees.
Hi, man. Parlay time. Parlay.
Is that the new parlay song?
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta change it up.
Can we hear your rendition of your jam session song?
All I got is money on my mind. All I see is dollar signs. I don't know.
It's gonna be his new song at karaoke.
Franchise, what you got for us, man?
Give me the Warriors. Give me the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Orlando Magic.
Oh, whoa.
Columbus Blue Jackets, huh?
Just because you're here.
Just for that, I'm going to put the Islanders in my parlay. I'll put them with the Hawks. I'll put them with.
I forgot to troll you. I forgot, man. Shout out to Ducks, man.
Yeah.
I
Trade
forgot.
strategy, taking the biggest long shot on the board just because just
Just
for
to
the sake
troll
of-
Romanelli, and if it hits, then it's like it's a win-win. Sorry, what you got?
All right. So, now Islanders money line, Hawks laying the points, and the Blazers plus the points.
Mitch?
Is it my turn? Everyone's gone already?
No, oh me. Okay, we going long shots today. Okay, let's go with. Let's just go all plus money and try to get rich tonight. Okay, Lakers money line, Wizards money line. Blue Jackets money line, and Kennesaw State money line. 14.
I'll go Kennesaw money line for me. I'm going to go Kennesaw money line, Pacers money line, and Bulls money line. Your Chicago Bulls.
I'm praying for Kennesaw tonight, man.
I don't even know what's the path, as Mitch would say.
The
How
path.
did they get there?
The path is the
Rufalo's on
world.
the other side.
The world wants to see Chris bald. Like that enough. That enough.
You don't understand. Every time I get a haircut, I'm damn near bald anyway.
Yeah, that's his signature.
Yeah, it's like I do
But
it
we
for
just
the,
wanna
I do
say
it for the
was
once
because
every,
Kennesaw
I
State.
do it for the once every 2 month comments of, oh, look at the Chris with the new fade. That's the only reason why I do it.
We still
Wow.
want to say it was because Kennesaw.
All right.
I'm an attention whore. What do you want me to say?
Ron, what are you giving out for Halloween?
Give me the Jets tomorrow night. Money line.
No, you're
Take
supposed
the Jets.
to trick or
Take the
treat.
Jets.
It's my trick or treat special on the 26 and 17 run.
No, hold on. It's got to start. Oh, I got a 30 on a 37.
Tell your dad to take the Jets on the money line. Forget the points. Just lay the money line.
I'm on a 26 and 17 run.
And I like how everybody stopped Brian when he started going on the spiel. It wasn't just one of us. It was no, you just hear Mitch, no for candy. We all just started dying.
Oh, it's my trick or treat.
He's just sitting back like this, just doing the Bitler stance, just like
They had
Brian, what are you
to-
getting out for Halloween? Oh, I got a 37 and 50.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. Go Magic. Go Kennesaw State. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Ooh, yeah.